My name is Thomas LEDFORD, aka Taxman88. I'm here to share in this video a question I hear a lot on my payments I receive for being unemployed taxable. And we're going to deal with passive income, which is unemployment. Since a lot of people have gotten unemployment, they're asking, is it taxable? And so I'm going to tell you straight out the gate, yes. But if you want to go through a free resource and tool that I use on irs.gov, I'm going to leave the link inside the description of the video so you can go to the site and check it out yourself to verify the answer I gave you. So when it comes to free money, the government gives you, for the most part, it's going to be taxable. You know what I'm saying? Unless they made an exception to the rule and told you up front in advance before you filed the tax return that, hey, don't even worry about it. We're going to ask you about it, but we're not going to hold it against you. You know, so it can be a situation like for all the people who got unemployment, who got that extra money, they might have that on there. How much unemployment did you receive in total? That's what they want you to put on the tax return. They don't want you to calculate your original amount and then calculate the additional amount. No, they more likely all of it's going to be asked for on the return, and that way, like I say, there's going to be one or two situations. Either they're going to ask you for the total, how much unemployment you received in 2020. You're going to put that on return, and it's going to be taxable. And then for a lot of you guys, y'all making the biggest mistake of all, especially for ones who get significant amounts of unemployment, you're not having any federal or state taxes taken out. So that's going to make your situation even worse when it comes to putting the money on the tax return and looking to try to get a refund back where you've got money out, but you haven't put no money in it in the sense that you had no federal taxes or state taxes taken out of unemployment. So now if you got a $5,000 unemployment check for the whole year, okay, that might not be so bad. But for people who got 10 and 20 and 30 and $40,000 unemployments who had no federal or state taxes taken out of their money at all, that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to definitely reflect what type of refund you're looking at. So for everybody who walked away with nice fat refund checks this past tax season, just to let you know, you won't get away with walking away with a big fat refund check this tax season, because that unemployment money is going to definitely be a question. From what I hear, I haven't verified it yet because I haven't got my new software yet, but once I verify it for myself, I'm going to do another video talking about the stimulus money that people have gotten, because I heard in one of the groups that in the new software that she's using, it asked the question, how much stimulus money did you get? But like I say, until I verify it for myself, then I'll come back with another video talking about the stimulus money and how it's going to affect your return if you received any stimulus money whatsoever. So all the different money that was given through the COVID-19 pandemic situation is going to definitely affect your return in some form, shape, or fashion. So this here tool here allows you to, it's an interactive tool on irs.gov website. Like I said, I'm going to leave you the link that's going to take you straight to this page where you can read the information on the page. You can hit the begin button and you can go through answering the questions they're going to give you based on the type of unemployment that you receive. So in another video, I might actually walk you through the interactive tool on irs.gov, but just for this video, I'm just exposing you to where it is and how you can get to it with the link inside my video. And if you have issues with going to the site and trying to figure out what question you should be asking for you, then more than likely I'll do another video that's going to help you get a better understanding of what question you need to be asking yourself when it comes to the type of unemployment that was given out to see if it's taxable or not. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications so every time I upload a video go live, you'll be notified. Please join my awesome email list so you can be kept updated on what's happening in the industry as it relates to your situation when it comes to your tax returns, your family tax returns, and if you have a tax preparation business, you definitely want to be kept updated on how it may affect your client's tax returns, so you can let them know up front what to look out for, what to expect, what to bring in when they come for the upcoming tax season. That way they won't be surprised and you won't be surprised. And so that's one of the reasons you want to join my email list, so you can be updated on what's happening when it comes to the COVID-19 pandemic and all the different reliefs and all the different money that was given out that may affect you or not, based on if you got any of it at all. If you did get none of it at all because you didn't need none of it or you didn't qualify none of it, then you're all right. You know what I'm saying? This is just for the people who got some of that free money. There's going to be a problem. Like with the PPP, there's going to definitely be a problem with the PPP because, number one, PPP was strictly for people who had employees, and the money was designed for you to keep them on and not get the money and then fire them later. It wasn't meant for that. So if you got a significant amount of PPP money for employees, say if you got $20,000-$50,000 worth of PPP money, and then 6 months later you let your people go, when that type of money should have hopefully last at least a year, it's definitely going to come back to bite you. Because see, when it comes to free money, especially when it comes to having a business, you won't be able to write off the different types of tax deductions that you normally would, because unless you can show that your business generated more revenue on its own efforts than you were given in free money, then it's going to be a problem when it comes to the different types of deductions you normally would file on a tax return. And so you definitely want to make sure, if you didn't generate enough income on your own pen, that the PPP money that you were given, they have a forgiveness option that you can fill out the form on to see if you qualify for that PP money to be forgiven. So you definitely want to look into that, especially if you got anything significant. Like say, you got some companies who got 200,000, 300,000, some got it in millions. Of course, I don't know any of those people, but and that's why so much money was left over from the COVID-19 pandemic, money that was given out in different areas, because so many so-called small businesses didn't even qualify for the money. And so that was the biggest problem. So out of all the so-called small businesses that applied, only a small handful actually got the money. And so if you weren't incorporated, if you didn't have a business already set up that was registered with the federal, state government, you didn't even qualify to get the money no way. And so for the people who work Uber and Lyft, who put in an SBA loan and got the grant or got an actual loan, you know, the rates on it are real low. It's, you know, if you got the money, the interest rates is lower you're going to ever get before, so just pay the money back. But the problem you're going to face on top of getting the money is that if you can't prove that you had a business to begin with, we're looking at some serious issues going forward to 2021 with a lot of people who especially got significant amounts of money. So when it comes to doing possible jail time, if you got any significant amount of money, those are the people who need to be scared the most. For people who got a little bit of money, you know, they don't too much trip on you, but they're going to make you pay it back. But for people who got the big bucks with no whammies, who definitely didn't have a business whatsoever, they definitely coming after you. And they had an article in the paper already talking about how one guy already locked up for the money he got from a business he didn't have no way. So they're not playing with you. They're going to make examples out of you. And don't be black. You really in trouble because they don't like you no way. So don't take no free money knowing you didn't have a business no way and be black. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a war against black folks anyway. You know, so just to let you know, man, when it comes to any free money you got, if you want to know where you stand with that, you know, just join my email list so I can send you some updates on what you need to be checking out and what you need to be reading for yourself so you can be educated on what's going to be happening next month when it comes to tax season starting and you're going to see your tax preparer, your tax professional, your tax practitioner, or whatever name you call them, to make sure that, hey, you've been educated on what's going on and what applies to your situation and trying to get that paperwork put together. And see, the great thing about paperwork, which I won't mention in this video because I'm not trying to go to jail, you will have to talk to me on a private line. And I'll see you in my next video.